You are now tuning in to Kahuna Valley TV, and we're back at it again with another video. I know I said this on a previous video that I was going to stop having these type of talks with you guys on this channel, but I did some reflection, and after some further thought, it's going to wait. I'm going to postpone dropping other channels a little bit until I grow the viewership on this channel and I boost the viewers and subscribers and the likes. So hit that like button and tune into more videos. And after that, after I get a certain amount of subscribers, or a certain amount of views, and I'm satisfied, I'm going to start sending you all to your own respective channels that I create with specific content dedicated to whatever interested you to come into my channel in the first place. So for example, if you came to my channel for topics where I'm talking about everyday life, then there will be a channel for that. For my music, there'll be a channel for that. For the conscious community type of videos, then there'll be video stuff for that. Food reviews, there'll be stuff channel for that. Everything will be organized and separate, and I'm pretty much going to revamp the channel. But for right now, on to the topic at hand. So the first thing that I really need to address with the minority community, and what I mean is Black, Native American, Latino. Sorry about that. So what I mean by minority community, I don't necessarily mean by number. We all know that minority, as far as social class, is also very important as well. And that's what I'm talking about. By social class, by financial level, and educational level, the Black community, Latino community, Native American community are all lacking due to, and not to be racist or blame any specific group of people without reasonable cause, but the Caucasian community is the reason why. So, and we all know that due to, slavery, among other things, what happened during the segregation time period and civil rights movement period. It is what it is. Also, after doing some time of thinking, I think I'm going to include in that minority group the Caucasian people who are below the upper middle class financially. Reason being is because if you're poor and you're white or Caucasian, you're looked at like a nigga anyway. You're looked at no different really than a Black man or a Latino. And the reason, well, sort of, because you still have the face card of, if you get your shit together, you make some more money, you really have the American dream on your side. You really have the ability to say, well, I'm still white. You still have that white face card. You still have the ability to use white privilege to your advantage, whereas people of color do not. So on to the subject at hand. Basically, I just want to address the minority community, or the hood per se, or those below, of the poverty line and below the poverty line, the middle class and the lower class financially, and the lower social class, pretty much in this community. One of the most important advice topics I can give you is to mind your fucking business. Mind your business. Mind your business at the right time. See, the people who live in poverty have, and I'm talking to you, the minority, have a fucking issue with minding your business at the wrong fucking time. You see a civilian, someone who's not involved in the criminal lifestyle, being victimized, and you mind your business. You don't talk. Use the no snitching code. But you're not part of the criminal lifestyle, so that doesn't apply to you. You're not part of the street lifestyle, that doesn't apply to you. Or you see someone needing help and you mind your fucking business. As far as you see a single mom, she ain't got no milk in the house, she ain't got no eggs, she ain't got nothing to feed her children, and you mind your fucking business. She ain't got no Pampers for the babies, you mind your business. Right? When it comes to gossip, you motherfuckers is all ears. You guys can pay full attention and you know every fucking thing. Gossip is a problem. You motherfuckers are so caught up in drama. Sorry about that. The changing weather, has the kids coughing and stuff, and you know, it's mucus build up, and the baby drinks milk, and now that it's really hot, it gets them a little congested. And plus, out in the East Coast, we had a recent tornado scare, and it was raining. There was thunderstorms and raining, and now it's super hot. Then it rained again, super hot. You know, the weather change, and your body has to acclimate itself to that. It causes your immune system to suffer a little bit. So, you know, but he's all right. Now, back to the subject. I just want to let you guys know, like, put it like this, and I like to personalize it, even if it doesn't have anything directly to do with me, in the sense of, when I talk to you guys about it, I'll use myself as an example, even if it doesn't necessarily have anything directly to do with me. So, for example, if I am feeding my motherfucking kids, don't worry about what the fuck I'm putting in their mouths. If you see me, don't worry about what I'm driving in. Don't worry about where I live. Don't worry about how I'm living. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about how much money I make. Don't worry about none of that. Unless your intention is to help me or put something in my pockets or help me feed my kids and pay my bills, don't worry about me. Mind your business. Mind your motherfucking business. If you are not helping, your opinion is not necessary. Because you're so caught up worrying about what the fuck I'm doing, where I'm at, who I'm with, who I talk to, who I'm sleeping with, who's raising my motherfucking kids, who had my motherfucking kids, who's feeding my motherfucking kids, how I'm feeding my motherfucking kids, how they are feeding my kids, if someone else is feeding my kids, or whatever is going on, that you're not feeding your own motherfucking kids, you're not taking your own motherfucking self, you're not taking care of your own motherfucking self and your own fucking business because you're so caught up in my shit. So caught up in my business, and most of you are so busy putting salt in the motherfucking Kool-Aid where it don't belong that you motherfuckers ain't sweetening your own drink, if you know what I'm saying. Mind your motherfucking business. If your intention is not to help, mind your business. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Mind your business. That's the problem that we have in this community. We're so caught up in gossip and entertaining ourselves with other people suffering that we're not building ourselves up. We get too caught up in other people's shit. And notice I say we a lot. I don't separate myself, even though I know to mind my business when it comes to certain shit, and I'm not into the gossip shit. I still include myself in that because we are a whole as a community. You motherfuckers need to learn to mind your goddamn business because you're so caught up in other people's shit. You're so caught up gossiping. You're not building your own empire, but you worried about how a motherfucker trying to build his house or her house. You motherfuckers got the game twisted all the way up. Mind your motherfucking business. Don't worry about what I'm driving. And that brings me back to a few years ago. I want to say about, it was a while ago. It was a long time ago. I used to have a 3 Series, an Alpina, a white one, 3 Series. And like, it was nice too. You know what I mean? It was nice. And I financed it. It was my first car that I ever owned outright myself. Like, that I ever owned myself. So that wasn't my parents' car or some shit like that, like my mom's car or whatever. It was mine. And I was driving on the on like a highway. Sorry about that. Again, with the weather change, sore throats, coughing and shit, asthma, you know, crankiness comes. So now, the car, I was on the highway and we were at standstill traffic, and a school teacher, supposed school teacher, I could tell he was high on drugs, but he hit my car, make a long story short, damaged it, fused my bumper to the reinforcement. I'm probably going to have to redo this video later, but I'm still going to post this one, and I'm going to get in further detail later. But make a long story short, he fused the bumper to the reinforcement of my car and the frame of my car because he hit it so hard. On the outside, the damage didn't look that bad on my car. On his car, it was total. I bring my car home. After that, I noticed some weird problems happening. It was an expensive car. I had to total loss it because the damage outweighed the rest of the value of the car, I guess, or whatever it was. Something happened, whatever, and I wasn't about to just pay for a car, then have to pay for the repairs my motherfucking self. So I returned the car, and I'm like, I'm just gonna buy another one at no cost to myself, because his insurance company had to pretty much pay whatever was left on the car, or whatever. For the most part, I was pissed though, but I noticed that people started automatically talking shit and assuming that my car got repossessed, assuming that I wasn't able to make payments, which, if anything, I was probably ahead on payments. Like, I was doing great on the payments. It was nothing. So, make a long story short, motherfuckers wasn't minding their business. That's just one example, and I'm going to make this in different parts. I don't think I'm going to redo it. I'm just making it in different parts. But this is a prime example of where people, instead of worrying about what the fuck is going on with me and my car situation, you motherfuckers been walking around this whole time. Some of you motherfuckers here in 2021 are just now getting a car. Just now getting a car, and it's not like my car was a BMW at the time. You know what I mean? You motherfuckers are just now getting a car. Don't worry about what the fuck I drive. You don't know my reasoning for why I drive what I drive. I could be driving a raggedy, beat-down Toyota for all the fuck you know. On a regular basis, the BMW might just be some shit. I could be renting it, which I wasn't. I owned it. But I could just, my daily car could be a beater. I might just be for where I'm employed at. You never know. But motherfuckers are so concerned about the outward appearance of certain shit, or so concerned about what the fuck people are doing with their lives, you motherfuckers forget to get your own shit together. And that's the problem with this community. You can always tell a motherfucker who is more concerned about themselves and their family than the drama, because you'll start to see them climbing up the social and financial ladder a little bit. Granted, as a minority, it is going to be more difficult, and as a minority, you're only going to reach certain heights without having to sacrifice certain things and sacrificing your morals. But at the same time, we have to realize it's time for a change. I think the minority groups, I think as a people, all minority groups would benefit from just leaving the messiness alone. We live in a social media era where social media has made us so caught up in other people's shit that we don't even give a fuck about ourselves. Like, niggas, like, right now, I just went through Facebook. I think it was Facebook or TikTok, rather. It was TikTok. I only go in there because there'd be some entertaining shit on there sometimes. Like, just funny shit on there. There'd be some comedy shit on there. And, yeah, I was on TikTok, and I seen Soulja Boy and Bow Wow arguing over what the fuck they are selling to make money. And I'm like, damn, that's some shit to argue about. It looks petty and stupid because you're broke. You understand what I'm saying? That's people who are broke don't understand that type of argument. They understand retarded ass arguments that don't really hold no true value. But when motherfuckers can argue about how the fuck much money they got and how much money and how they get their money and where their investments are, that's an argument I would love to have. But they can have those type of arguments because they don't give a fuck about what you motherfuckers is doing. They don't give a fuck about your petty drama. Their job is to create drama for you to pay attention to and be distracted by, so you don't move up the financial ladder. That's their fucking job. To entertain your ass like fucking monkeys and chimpanzees, like that, you know, they get paid to be, and to distract you motherfuckers with bullshit drama that they make up. How do you know that they don't get off these fucking social media apps and be the best of motherfucking friends? Don't argue about a motherfucking thing, talk shit about each other at all. It's like reality fucking TV in real life. All day long for these niggas. All day long. Reality TV, there be drama on there, but it's paid drama. A lot of times these motherfuckers get off camera and they're the best of fucking friends. And it's fucking crazy. It's like when you go into a courtroom, the attorney be acting like the worst enemy of a DA, but then right when court's over, you overhear them saying, hey, you going to brunch? What are we eating? You paying this time or I'm paying? Make a long story short, until part 2, mind your motherfucking business. Stop worrying about what's on the next man's plate. Stop worrying about what's in the next man's world or the next woman's plate or the next woman's world. Mind your motherfucking business and get to the motherfucking bag. Peace. Until part 2.